Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News update. Moderate flooding is occurring along the Wollombi Brook at Bulga. The Weather Bureau says major flooding is possible later today, with heavy rainfall forecast for the area until tomorrow. It could see further rises along the Hunter River, which could also lead to minor flooding at Singleton and Maitland. A severe weather warning has been issued for much of the east coast, from Coffs Harbour to Bega, including the entire Hunter region, with flash flooding possible. Newcastle is in the mix to be chosen as the preferred site for a nuclear submarine base. In a virtual address to the Lowy Institute today, Prime Minister Scott Morrison will announce a new $10 billion base on Australia's east coast. Brisbane, Port Kembla and Newcastle are being considered as possible locations for the base. Liberal candidate for Patterson, Brooke Britnell, says unlike Brisbane and Port Kembla, Newcastle's deepwater port is not plagued by silting problems.
But that is where we are coming through because we have the deep working port. We absolutely are well positioned for this opportunity, and I'll be advocating so fiercely to make sure that we can achieve this.
Fire and Rescue New South Wales says several residents living near the former Wickham wool stores have reported asbestos concerns. The massive fire, which destroyed 2 warehouses last week, has released asbestos in the area, and authorities are working to reduce the spread. Demolition of the buildings continued at the weekend. Fire and rescue personnel are working with asbestos removal contractors to clean hard surfaces in the immediate area, and are undertaking an assessment of other properties further away where residents have registered their concerns with the EPA. Meanwhile, Islington Public School remains closed today as the clean-up continues. Students will need to work from home today. However, year groups will be split between Tighes Hill, Mayfield East, Waratah and Waratah West Public Schools, as well as Callaghan College at Waratah from tomorrow. Islington Park also remains closed today. The 1970s Green Band movement, which saved Blackbutt Reserve from being bulldozed and split in half by a highway project, is being commemorated in a new exhibition at Newcastle Library. The Power to the People exhibition honours the unions and 25 community groups behind the movement, which saw construction workers refuse to work on environmentally damaging projects. Newcastle councillor Elizabeth Adamczyk says it's a moment which changed the course of the city's history.
This is just a fantastic exhibition, so I'd encourage everyone to get along to it because really the historical green bands just demonstrate that value and impact that Newcastle's communities can have when their passion and drive to protect our city's rich natural and built environment is mobilised. So get along if you can.
NAIDOC Week events have received a boost, with Lake Macquarie Council offering up grants to stage events. The grants are on offer to encourage schools and not-for-profit organisations to hold a NAIDOC Week event between July 3rd and 10th. Lake Macquarie's Aboriginal Community Development Officer, Marie Edwards, says there's a lot on offer with ties to Aboriginal culture.
We're looking for the applications that really put on a cultural experience for participants, and that could be something from art classes to weaving workshops, dance experiences, bush tucker gardens, tours through Glenrock or a Wobbickle Nature Reserve, so something with a real cultural aspect to it.
2NURFM Sport.
A late fight back kept the Knights in the game, but wasn't enough as they went down to the Broncos 28-10 in NRLW. An 85-metre solo try from Jamie Frezard brought Newcastle within striking distance, but Brisbane sealed the win with a late try. Coach Casey Bromlow says he's happy with his side's performance.
I'm extremely pleased with the girls' effort today. Realistically, when you're coming up against the competition front runners have been for 4 years, is that with 5 minutes to go, you're in the game. And we were, so that's very pleasing that the girls ripped in for each other today and had a red-hot crack.
The Hunter Hurricanes' finals hopes took a hit following a heavy defeat to Cronulla. They went down 18-8 to leave them in 7th spot on the Australian Water Polo League ladder with only 5 matches remaining. The women's side went down 14-6 to the Sharks to stay in 8th spot. And the Jets will look to improve their set play defence ahead of Wednesday's match with Wellington Phoenix. They went down to Western United 2-1, with both of the competition leaders' goals coming from set pieces. That's sport. I'm Harrison Clinch.
And the winning numbers in Weekend Lotto are 2, 16, 18, 19, 30 and 40, and the supplementaries are 9 and 28. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.